This is the Pantherware Podcast.
All right. Anthony F. Pantherware LLC Tech Podcast. Thanks for listening. So, to get into it, I did a tweet on Twitter because I'm going through our app, Tech News Fan, all one word, Tech News Fan on Android. And it highlighted, it alerted me, because there's notifications, that per the Daily Beast, 600,000 plus people have signed a petition on change.org calling for Snapchat redesign to be reverted, as celebs such as Chrissy Teigen, Kylie Jenner, MKBHD expressed disapproval, per Taylor Lorenz from the Daily Beast. So, yeah, I don't follow Chrissy Teigen or Kylie Jenner. That's not how my feed is on Twitter. But I do follow MKBHD and Marquez Brownlee has done a video this week or last week about Snapchat, asking them to fix their user interface, their UI. Is not good anymore, which is pretty amazing, because they're borrowing the page, I feel, from Facebook, which is ironic since Facebook, two acquisitions, have been borrowing pages from Snapchat since their inception. Snapchat has had some pretty original features, and Instagram and WhatsApp, two of the companies I believe that has been purchased by Facebook, has been picking apart Snapchat and using some of their cool features. Instagram more than WhatsApp, of course. So I think that's funny that Snapchat said, okay, well, you know what? Let's fight back. Let's change the UI drastically like Facebook does. And the people complain, and then the people get used to it like Facebook does. But I don't think Facebook has ever had a 600,000 petition drawn up from change.org for their crazy UI changes and features that they decide to add in or take away at a moment's notice. Snapchat users getting snappy. Yep, I said it. So what's going on? If I recommend you watching MKBHD on YouTube to see in detail what Snapchat has changed, but it's nothing super drastic. I think they hit a couple of things that were up front before people were used to using. Apparently, per MKBHD, on Android, Snapchat is horrible when taking pictures. On iOS, iPhone, Snapchat uses the camera to take a picture. On Android, Snapchat does a screenshot of the camera taking the picture. So Snapchat takes a picture of the camera taking the picture. Okay, so that's not good. Why? I'm not sure. As others have mentioned on Reddit and in videos, the camera API is right there for developers. Camera permissions are right there for developers also. Maybe it was a security thing. Maybe because when they tried to send their update to Android the first time, Android kicked it back because Snapchat was able to control the camera. And they figured, okay, well, that in order for me to get around that, I'll take a screenshot of Android taking a camera shot. And that way, no permissions will be, alerted to. What I have not looked to see is if Snapchat has a privacy policy. I know when I do my games, and this is really silly, when you're playing a game, the game you're using has to know if the phone is ringing so it can pause. It has to know that. Well, per Android's new rules, that's a privacy issue, because now the game knows your phone is ringing. Sounds silly. So because of that, many game developers, including I, have taken out the permissional feature for the game to know when your phone is ringing. So sadly, if you're playing my game and you're into it and the phone rings, you might lose your place because Android thinks it's paranoid. It's bad if the game knows the phone is ringing, which is kind of silly. I guess the other aspect would be just for me to create a privacy policy and link to that, and then everything will be okay. But that takes money, it takes a lawyer, things of that sort to do it properly, and I don't have that kind of money. Does Snapchat have that kind of money? Yes. Is that the issue that Snapchat is having? I don't know. I will do some research and find out. I'll take a look at the app to see if it has a privacy policy. That might be the reason why. Interesting though. So yeah, that's the new thing that's happening today, Monday, in tech. What also is happening, interestingly enough, this is quite interesting. Per the Next Web, another cryptocurrency startup, LoopX, pulls an exit scam. What is an exit scam, you say? Well, it deleted its site and online accounts after raising $4.5 million in a series of ICOs in January. I'm sorry for laughing, but as I'm reading that, I'm thinking about the process. So you're a cryptocurrency company, startup, and you get funding for an ICO, which is how the new kids do it now. They don't do an IPO, a public offering. They do a ICO, a crypto offering using the blockchain. So, so if they raise $4.5 million via cryptocurrency, I mean, if a venture capital company said, okay, I like your idea, I'm gonna give you $4.5 million, and they said, great, okay, and the company, the venture capital will say, okay, what's your bank account? And the startup said, no, give it to us on Bitcoin. And the venture capitalist said, oh, that's all right, yeah, because that's the hip way. Okay, sure, I will give you $4.5 million worth of Bitcoin so that you can use that for your company. And then they disappear. Bitcoin is untraceable, allegedly. If it's in a bank account, it's traceable. That would be hilariously sad if that's what's happening. Because here it says another cryptocurrency startup pulls the Nexus scam. So apparently this has happened before. Yeah, so venture capitalists, this is a guess, but if you're funding a cryptocurrency company, give them real money in a real bank and assist on that. Because if you give it to them via Bitcoin and they disappear and you have no way to trace the money, that's on you. Really. Seriously, that's on you. Anthony F. Paying for Wear Podcast.